shall be given work in business. In this video, I'm going to discuss the pros and cons and why I think otherwise. In fact, stay with me because I am going to give you nuggets in which you can navigate as far as this way of asking in your business or asking for the business is concerned. If we haven't met before, my name is Beatrice Yakubu. I'm the founder of Simply Family Business. I help you as an entrepreneur to become visible using the power of social media and the digital media space so that you can attract the right customers to your business and to be able to grow. If you are a parentpreneur, I help you as well to be able to work with your child so that you grow faster while also teaching them entrepreneurial skills. Let's get started. Ask and it shall be given. It is one thing that a lot of scholars have discussed in a long while. So the Bible, if you are a believer in the Bible, it says ask and it shall be given. Several people have written books about the word ask and it shall be given in terms of literally asking and then you receive the things that you desire. Now, we know that in life, it can't be, it's not just as straightforward in terms of just asking. You could ask, but would you get? I remember when I read Success Principle, he was talking about ask, and he actually made the ask so long to the extent that it's really interesting listening to it on the audio. But the point is, if you are asking, does that guarantee you getting? Is the point I'm trying to discuss, because I believe that you have to do certain things before then the ask will come, especially in business. You've got to give value before you can ask, because if you think about it, it just makes sense that when you give someone something, regardless of how small it is, it just makes that person wants to give back to you, or that person wants to really appreciate you for giving. Even that word thank you alone is important for us to give. So as business owners, how would you go about asking, number one, without feeling salesy? For example, in fact, I am in a sales training recently, and it's just interesting hearing all these things that are in our heads as business owners, as far as asking for the sale is concerned, as far as even going out and prospecting is concerned. One of my mentors would say that sell with soul. In fact, if you are selling with soul, obviously you are going to be comfortable at the point of asking. But before then, how can you make sure that the asking is smooth, or you kind of deserve the right to ask, if that makes sense? And that brings me to this point of the serving with value. So serving with value comes with different ways, i.e. Giving the right information or the right guidance to people. In fact, when I started this entrepreneurial journey, the thing or the theme that I used to hear a lot would be, it is not about you, it's not about you. And I will always think, but who is this about then? If I'm doing this and it's not about me. But clearly, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is not about you. Why? Because people have to see that you can help them before, when you then ask, then they would be able to actually come onto your program or buy your whatever it is that you are selling. And that is the reason why it is not about you. For instance, if you are asking people to just buy, someone has just met you and then you are asking them to buy your program, your coaching course, for example, or your products, what is the likelihood that they will buy? Because think about it, when we go online to buy stuff, especially in the online space, it's a dodgy place. And I have personally bought things that wasn't shipped to me. And this is even in a platform where there are regulations, for example, eBay. And I just forgot about it, and the person didn't send it, and it took a while, and that was it. So the point is, and what is the likelihood that I will ever buy from this person, obviously not. But the point I'm trying to bring across is the fact that, especially when you are a coach, people are buying into you first because they have to like you to be able to then want to do business with you. Because in terms of business transaction, there has to be conversation, there has to be smiles going with it, there has to be this beautiful energy going with it, whatever it is in terms of how you are going to deliver the services to them. So they will not just find you one time and like you. So how would you ensure that you are preparing the ground so that when they actually eventually meet you, they will want to buy from you? By, of course, you've heard this word, providing value. What does that mean? Just the fact of educating people alone, the fact of explaining things to people alone is great value. For instance, if someone doesn't know something, I have gone on YouTube several times to just type in how to do XYZ. For example, let me just say how to customize a URL for my YouTube video, for my YouTube channel, for example. And I saw this 3-minute video. It was amazing. It was simple and straight to the point. Do you think that if I were actually looking for a program to progress my YouTube journey, I will not go to buy this person's program? Perhaps I would, because she provided me with value. And so, obviously, when you hear about things, especially the online space, people say it's saturated. It is not. People are trying to educate people. So, by you showing up and educating people, you are giving them value. And when you give them value, number one, not only are you serving them, but also you are serving yourself, in the sense that you are crystallizing this point in your mind as you continuously speak about it, or as you continuously demonstrate how it's done. And when people see how you demonstrate it's done, of course, when it comes to time for them to, or when they are ready to then say the yes to your question, it is a lot easier. Another thing that I would like to talk about, and so in terms of the value, it is video, number one, and also the social media posts that we send out on a day-to-day basis. It is actually indeed helping a lot of people. I remember one time when I first started, I was encouraged to start a Twitter account. And on Twitter, this lady called Kim Gast. Kim has been in the space, in the online space, for years. And indeed, I could always watch her post all the time, because it just really brought the belief in me that I could do this journey. And so, yes, your social media posts, your videos that you send out, those are the values. But the third thing that I want to talk about is your lead magnet. So videos, of course, can be short, can be long, but a lead magnet is something that you give massive value to people for free. Sometimes people take a token for it, just so that people would actually get into your world and know a deeper version of what you do. For example, if you are offering a webinar, that is something that people can actually benefit from. If you are offering an ebook, that's something that a lot of people, your audience, your potential clients, can benefit from. If you are offering a template, a cheat sheet, an email list, these are things that people want. In fact, recently I was talking to one of my clients, and she talked about how someone has actually paid a deposit for her coaching, and then the first actually had the first session with her, and then said, "Oh, I want my money back." It was just because she didn't follow through to the things that we've been discussing about, getting people to sign contract. And why am I talking about contracts? Because I actually sent this lady the templates for this, and that is valuable to someone. So you can literally send in people these things like templates, email templates, contracts templates, and the likes, help people to be able to do the things that they wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And these are value, or give them value. And that means that when it comes to time for you to then ask them to buy from you, guess what? They have already benefited from the things that you are offering. Guess what? They will want to have a deeper version of it. So ask and it shall be given for me really doesn't work in that sense, except when you give first, then when you activate the act of reciprocity, because people want to say thank you to you, and verbally or in kind as well, and literally they get to understand your way of doing things. They get to understand the fact that you are the right person to help them, and indeed when you then ask for the sale, it becomes a lot easier for them to say yes. Also, it becomes a lot easier for you to ask the question of, will you buy from me? Thank you so much for listening. If this video has made sense to you, give it a thumbs up, share it, and indeed subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and I will certainly come your way once again. Take care.